Hi friends, and welcome to Kendra's Card Challenge 8 video hop and giveaway. Today, crafters from all over are going to be participating in this hop to share a project that was created using one of each of the 17 card sketches from the new quarterly card making challenge. Today, I'm going to be sharing card sketch number 5 with you, and make sure that you check out all of the details down in the description box because there will be a giveaway prize for this video hop, and it is one that you are not going to want to miss. Make sure you comment and subscribe at each stop along the way on this hop. I'll have the link to the next stop on your journey down in the description below. In your comment, make sure to include the country for the prize awarding purposes so Kendra can check that out and make sure you get what you need. I hope you take the time to watch all the all the hop videos, because we love all your comments and your thumbs up, and this is definitely a really fun way to get inspired on new ideas for card making and crafting in general. You can also use the hashtag that I have in the title so that you can check out all the other videos in this hop in one spot. So like I said, make sure you check down in that description box, and we're going to go ahead and jump into this card. So I am using a side fold A2 standard size card base, and to that I laid down my first layer. All the dimensions for all of the paper pieces that I'm using today are part of my sketch, and I will insert a picture of that, but I'll also have a link to the website where you can get all that information as well on Kendra's page. And my card sketch that I was assigned had these really cool kind of 3 rectangles of pattern paper that make up this center section. And I know that the general point of these card making challenges is that you can cut all of these papers at once and use them to make all 17 cards. But I know myself, and I know that I would lose half of my stuff. So I would still take all of the dimensions, and this to me is a great opportunity to use up scraps for something like this, where you can just pick through your scrap stash and check to see what you have that's big enough. It would not have been a problem for me to find lots of these. I did pull these 2 patterns from the Honeybee Spooktacular paper pad. I just loved the spiders and that stripe. And then I did grab scraps for my black and my white paper that I'm using for this rectangular piece that's going to be where our sentiment goes. I'm not normally someone who uses a lot of different paper layers in my cards, so this was actually super fun for me to try something a little bit different. And for days when you're kind of feeling in a rut, or maybe you need to make a card pretty quick and you don't have time to color in a full scene card, or you have leftover elements from another project that you want to use up, something like this would be the absolute perfect time to do a card like this. So for my little rectangle, because I had so many mats and pieces over there in the center, I took some more of my scrap black cardstock, and I'm just cutting tiny little rectangles that I'm going to glue together to add to the back of my sentiment panel on either side, so that when my sentiment panel goes across my card, it's not lumpy and bumpy or higher in the center and lower on the outsides. Those little pieces will act kind of like bumpers to help hold and support it up. So the main part of my sketch that interested me was this 2-inch image, or 2-inch shape. It doesn't have to be an image. You could put words there, you could put a flower there, you could put a sticker there. Because I love Copic coloring, I decided to stamp out the Trouble little Halloween bat from Purple Onion Designs. And so I stamped that with my Copic Safe ink onto my Copic Express It paper and just set it aside. It fits perfectly in my 2-inch circle die, so that's going to be our little featured image. And then while I had my stuff out, I went ahead and stamped my sentiment, which is also from Purple Onion Designs. It's the Happy Halloween from the Essential Happy Sentiment set. I just lined up everything with like a ruler just to keep it away from the edges so I could use my big like blank stamping stamp. Purple Onion has unmounted stamps, so if you're going to use a stamper like a Misty, you have to have you don't have to. I've also used double-sided tape or like tape runner, but it's helpful to have one of those big mounting stamps that you can just put on the door lid. So I went in with some really simple coloring on my little bat. I went in with some neutral grays for the hat. Because I did neutral grays to make a black hat, I didn't want to use the same tones on my bat. So I did pull in some E70 markers. I think they're a really fun way to shade in a bat so that it's still dark, but the browns are almost on the purple side. And I think that gives just a little bit of fun and kind of whimsy, which fits the theme of a stamp set like this. So yeah, I just went through and colored all of this in. This card, the whole card took me less than 25 minutes once I had all my pieces kind of cut to the right size. And I don't know about you, but for me, that's record time for me. So I didn't have to speed up all of my coloring as much as normal, which was nice. So instead of speeding it up and making you a super short video, I decided to leave my coloring in. I think I'm still doubled here. But for me, normally I have to go to triple or even quadruple speed. And I know sometimes when you're learning to Copic or you're trying to see new combinations of colors, sometimes it can be frustrating when everything's going super fast. So I wanted to leave this a little bit slowed down for you. And make sure that you do go check out that description box below for all the details on the giveaway. And if you are entering in your own cards into Kendra's challenge, I know she has amazing prizes that get awarded for that part of the challenge too. So it's kind of like a multiple part giveaway and prize opportunity here. So like I said, make sure you go check out all the links down in that description box because these are so fun. And there's literally something for everyone too, because you don't have to do all 17 sketches at once. Like I said, you can break them up or do them in groups, and it's a quarterly challenge, so you have 3 months to chip away at it. Like, that's insane. But also Christmas is coming, and I'm sure some of us could make 17 cards in a day if we needed to. So now that I have my little bat die cut out with that circle die, I'm layering it onto a slightly larger black circle that I just cut from plain black cardstock. And I am going to do the same kind of technique with the little paper rectangles to the back side of my circle image as well. You can see I'm attaching those rectangles down to my sentiment now. Adding liquid glue to the rectangles and as well as the center section so that it lays and adheres nice and flat to those mats right in the middle. And I did bring in my T-square multiple times through this card because I wanted to make sure that all of my rectangles were as evenly spaced as possible. And on my sketch, there's a tiny little black circle on that right hand side of that rectangle, and so I decided to pull in a really cute sequin element. It's like a giant spiderweb sequin that I got as like a free gift from This Calls for Confetti, and I was like, when am I ever going to use these? They're like giant shaker pieces, but it was the perfect accent to put in that space where it seemed like a little embellishment could go or should go or would go. So I added that there and then glued my little bat on. I kind of tilted him just a tiny bit to the side after I added on those rectangles on the back to help prop up that edge just where it overlaps onto that bigger orange mat. And then that is this whole card put together. It came together so quickly and so easily. I am in love. I will definitely be using this sketch layout again. I really hope to inspire you to join in on the challenge. It's open to card makers worldwide and there are so many prizes. Make sure you check out all of those links below in the description box and make sure that you check out the link too for the next person on the hop. I hope you have an amazing day and as always, happy crafting.